Okay, so 100% of the time, a lot of things that we do or a lot of trauma that has passed on literally affects our mental health. Could be maybe when we were young, one or two happened, intentionally or intentionally. It also affects our mental health. You see those childish character you were misbehaving, you were doing, is going to affect you tomorrow. Just sit down there, you don't know what's going on. You are still thinking. As you understand. So most of the time, so a lot of things that we do literally affects. There are some certain things that happens maybe by an adult. An adult, you understand. This maybe how will I call it? They were street. Let me use the word street. In the way they were trying to be street, but they were not necessarily like they thought they were being street, but they did not know they were overdoing it. You understand that they didn't like know that it's going to literally result into something big. Then tomorrow now you're not traumatized. You are not traumatized by it. It's also cause it's also those are things that affects now. For example, you were raped, it's going to literally cause a lot of, when they say very fatal damage, whether intentionally or intentionally, because I don't think anybody is going to intention. I know there. I don't know if it's possible for intentionally being raped, but I know that any kind of rape, if it is rape, it's literally going to cause a very big problem to each and every of anybody that has happened to their mental health. Now, another one is maybe your growing up days, you just involved yourself in so many, you understand, dirty things, very street like life, or you did some things, smoking, drinking. Oh, you understand? You're just doing as you like, you understand? Oh yeah, don't share me, I'm gonna attack you. Tomorrow when you're ready to very to calm, you start trying to heal those trauma. Fine, I know that certain situations literally cost it. Why some certain people, you understand, they're going into the street or they're doing certain things. That I do not judge anybody, because who am I to judge? You understand? Anything can happen to anybody, so I don't even blame anybody. So I know that it's not just like they just made those situations happen. There's some certain reasons and some certain factors that caused it. That's why they are there. But we should all know that a lot of things can, you understand, cause those things, and tomorrow it will turn into a very big problem. Even this thing, how will I call it, when you have how will I call it, even relationships you go into, you understand, it causes a lot of trauma. If you have not properly healed from a lot of relationships and you're going into the next one, it's going to affect you. No matter how you want to say you're strong, the moment you make up your mind that you want to move on from those things, or you finally even move on, or you finally meet the right person, if you're not careful or you're not strong enough, it's going to affect your relationship, and everything will now dawn on you from everything that happened in the past relationship. It's not going to now come like a very blue film, you understand, to turn to play everything, keep playing, and if you're not strong enough, you might not be able to handle it. Now, I say these things a lot, that even if we want to correct people, even if we want to tell people the truth, even if we want to, you understand, make sure that people are going in the right way, that they do not make mistake, you understand, let's try and say it, or let's try and, you understand, say it in a way where we would not do what hurts the next person. Because even the words that we say to people, even the things that we say to people, whether you're just joking me or you're playing, it can literally turn to something else for that person tomorrow. It can change the life of somebody. So anything you're saying, it can either make or destroy that person. So you just need to do what? Be careful of the things you say. Be careful of the things you do, because it can cause a lot of mental health problem for someone. If it is someone that is not strong, you now break the person's heart. The person will just go and kill themselves. If someone that is not strong, why there are some that they will just run mad immediately, because that is how much their brain can carry. That is how much they can handle, and you cannot blame them. It's what they can carry. You understand? It's what they can carry. Even me myself, when I went through each and every one of my habits, even if you say stronger, or more, I didn't feel it for her too. So it took a lot. You understand? It took a lot of healing. It took a lot of concentration to heal. You will tell if you're not strong enough. So that's why I say it takes a lot. So you need to have like any pain, you know, any grievances, maybe someone did something to you, the person might not even know that they did that thing to you, and now that thing is affecting, it's triggering a lot of things in your head, it's giving you a lot of patterns, giving you a lot of, you understand, because you've not healed from it. You've not healed from each and every one of them. Child abuse can cause it, you understand, rape can cause it, the way maybe the way you were trained, you understand, if maybe your brain cannot carry it, you're feeling like the person is too much for whatever the person is doing, the person is doing out of proportion, the person is being too much, it can also cause trauma. So there are several factors, there are several things, there are several ways, relationships that you go into, the way the person will behave, the way the person will talk to you, the way the person will treat you can also cause trauma. Or the way the person will abandon you can cause trauma. Even when you even abandon a child, if then you now come back, you want to claim that child, it will trigger some things. Even when a child goes out of the house and goes into the streets, or everything that child has experienced, when they finally leave, that child is not strong enough to like move from those things and now do what? Come out strong, healthy, you understand, and successful, whatever, whether ambitious, whatever English you want to call it. If that child is not strong enough, or he or she is not strong enough, it's going to affect that person. Now, another thing I want to also say, women, because like we have some women that even hide their pain. Mothers, women, fathers, son, whichever one. If you're going through pain, cry it out. Air your grievances out. If you know how to cry it out, say it out. Because that moment you're crying, that moment you're saying everything out, that moment you're freeing yourself, you might not even necessarily, because you might not necessarily want to open up to anybody. You might not necessarily want to talk to them because you're scared whether they will be judgmental or whether they will say something wrong against you. Why don't you do what? When you see that I'm always saying, sit down on your own and communicate it. It might look like, maybe the way you're sitting down and you're saying whatever you're passing through at that point, they might think, you understand, if somebody enters the room or come at me, they'll think you're going mad. Let the person be thinking like that. It's you that know what you're passing through, and it's you that know the reason why you're crying at that moment, or why you're opening you're saying everything that has happened. You can sit down on your own. Me, most of the times when I'm bothered about something, or when I'm confused about, or maybe I had a conversation with somebody and maybe it didn't go the way I want it, you understand, when I now sit down on my own, I will now start communicating. I'll start replaying everything that's happened so that I can free my mind from it. If I feel like maybe whatever the person said or did, maybe I feel bad about it, or I'm not comfortable about it, then when I sit down, or if I feel like whatever situation, whatever happened literally triggered a lot of things, then I say it. If I want to be angry, that moment I just be angry. Nobody knows that I'm angry. I have sat down on my own. I have discussed it with myself. You understand? It might look like the person, if when you're talking to yourself, it might look like you're going mad or you're going gaga. You're not mad. You're just trying to free yourself, release those energies out of you so that you can be what? You can be free. Because if you bottle those things in, it's also going to affect you mentally. It's also going to cause a lot of mental trauma for you. So try to heal from, that's why I say, even if you don't want to communicate to anybody, you can heal from, but if you feel like communicating with someone, you can communicate with me. You understand? You can reach out to me. You want to communicate with someone, you want to express yourself, you want to free yourself from those, you understand? You can also communicate with me. You understand, I give room for you to say whatever you want to say before I tell you what needs to be said to you. Then you understand, it's not less for you to take it or not take it. You understand? I will tell you the truth, and even if I'm going to tell you the truth, I will still make sure that I don't, you understand, because I'm the kind of person that even if I want to tell you the truth, I still, you understand, make sure I am not hurting you or adding foil to the issue, I will tell you the truth. I will tell you plain black. But the moment I'm telling you plain black, I still try to do or draw you just the way a mother would draw a child. After you understand, just the same hand that use and scold a child, the same hand use and draw what? The child close to you. So whatever mental problem you're going to, whatever thing you're going through, air it out, pour yourself, pour your heart. If you know how to, if it is crying, that's the way you know how to communicate it that way. If it is shouting, screaming, do it. Do it, because why? If you don't do it that moment, it's really going to cause a lot of what? It's short. Sometimes most of, you see those brain problems you see people have, or those heart problems you see people have, and maybe they've checked, they're not seeing anything wrong, is as a result of bottled in problems, trauma, things that have happened past, maybe from past relationship, past friendship, past things that have happened, or maybe upbringing, something triggered something. It's as a result, and they were not able to communicate. They're scared because they don't want to say it, so that it will not do what? Cause problem. That thing that you said you don't want to say it, you don't want to cause problem. Oh yeah, sit down inside your room on your own and communicate it. Sit down on your own for inside room. Even if na outside you dey, nobody dey where you dey for the sit down for the day talk and come out. If you talk and finish, you don't free yourself. You don't come off your. If you know say na crying, you want cry, this thing cry am. Make one for your mind, me you clear. Me your conscious even free say you don't cry, the thing come out. Your body don't dey okay. So that's why I said a lot of things affect our mental health without you even know it. There are some certain things somebody will say to you. You will look at this person that, do you mean it? You'll be like, the way you even reply is because your body and your spirit knows that thing that person said is not making sense. That's why you are reacting. Whereas that with some of us do it out of proportion, but you will still not blame them. It's just the way their brain are able to, the way their brain process that thing that moment. So that's why I say it's better you even do what? Say that thing out. You understand? Instead of bottling it in, say it outside, you can free yourself and be okay. So a lot of things can cause a lot of mental problems. A lot of mental can literally affect our mental. Fine, I know that there's some spiritual part of it that can literally cause mental problem on its own. Why there are some certain part of these things, behaviors that people will think is mental health problem, whereas it's not even a mental health problem. It's just one or two things that they need to do spiritually, and they are good to go. It's part of their spiritual gift, and that's just it. That's by the way. So no matter how bothered you are, no matter how things bother you, no matter how confused, no matter how tired, you don't know what next to do, do not bottle things in. Do not, even if you want to think, you want to reason, you want to cry, do not overdo it. You understand? You cry, you smile, you laugh, you understand, you play, let it go. It has happened. You cannot change it too. You cannot bring the hands of time back. It has happened. Let it go. Let it be. Move on from it so that you can heal properly. Because if you heal well, you're good to go. You will be able to flourish well. You'll be able to, you understand? You will be looking when someone is even doing that same thing. You'll be like, whoa, it has fine. You want to save other people from it, or you want to protect other people from it, because you know you've experienced it. But sometimes, even when you've not healed from something, when you've experienced something and you see it happening, there's this thing that wants to move you to want to protect that person, because your brain is processing that this thing has happened to you too. So what you need to do for it not to happen to that person, you want to protect that person. So in the best way you know how to do what? Protect yourself. And the best way you know how to protect your mental health, protect it yourself. You come first in everything. Like I always say, always put yourself first in everything. Yourself comes first before anybody. Yourself, it comes first, because why? Now you and you, if you carry out your problem for this life, for this head, you understand? If you cannot handle it well, you don't know how to throw away the one you need to throw away and hold the one you need to hold, or more, it will affect you. Because tomorrow, if anything happens to you, it is still you and you that's going to be that's going to carry that problem. If this thing, if you like, as I said, no matter whatever problems you're carrying, I know that there are a lot of responsibilities. There's school fees to pay, there's bills to be paid, light bill, house rent, food. You need to do what? To buy this, buy your pampers, buy this for the child, do this one. Carry the one. You still consider go carry family, what matter, extended family join. Carry the one that you know you can carry. Leave the one, because not everybody, as I say, it's not everybody's heart or brain that is strong enough, any part of your body that is strong enough to carry some certain things. Some just want to throw it away, but they might not know how to throw it away. So find a way to throw it away so that you can be okay. Because if anything happens to you, it's only you and you that is going to communicate it. It's you that it's in. If you fall down tomorrow, maybe there's one heart attack or there's one health problem, it's still you. Even if everybody come out and support, You understand? Come and help you. Now you they feel the pain, no be then they feel the pain. So you understand? So for anyhow you know best to do what? Take care of your mental health. Take care of it because it comes first. It comes first. You come first in everything. Okay? So take care of yourself. And the best way you know how to take care of yourself. Bye. Bye-bye.